Hey, happy gobble gobble, guys. Oh my goodness. Thanksgiving is almost here. And this, honestly, this is my Super Bowl right here. Yes, this is my Super Bowl week because, God, this is when I can take a break from my fitness regimen, take a break from my diet regimen, and just go ham. Guys, so if I don't get to catch you guys for the wonderful festivities, I hope you guys have a happy, wonderful, and safe Thanksgiving Day, and Black Friday. Let's just add that in there because that's part of the holiday too. Them brought that Black Friday. Yes. So, all right, guys. But man, I actually just got in. I just got in from getting some shopping in and getting the last of my little dinner trimmings. So this year I'm actually I cook every year. But this year I'm actually going to keep it indoors because originally I was going to make some dishes and head to a friend's house, but because your girl literally been on and off battling colds and things like that, I'm like, nah, let me just keep it indoors. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook me a nice spread, and then a couple of my friends, they're gonna come over the day after, hang out, chop it up, whatever may have you, and then that's gonna be it. But I did, so every year I do spoil my little dog. So he's a teacup chihuahua. Dude is very tiny. And I like to spoil him with these big, I like to call them pterodactyl bones because to him, this is a pterodactyl bone. But I like to spoil him with like a nice little ham roasted bone, which he loves these things. And every year he gets these bad boys. He gets it for Thanksgiving. He also gets one for Christmas. Get him a nice little bow. And these things for him last like almost like 2 weeks, so it's always fun. Spoil my little guy. So, guys, we're going to get into some wonderful Thanksgiving, just stories. I mean, so growing up, I would say I didn't come across too many black families that celebrated Thanksgiving. Like, it was very minimum. And, with my family, they were doing the whole Jehovah's Witness thing. And, we just, majority of my family just didn't celebrate it. That they, what was it, called it a pagan holiday and all this other stuff, which I respect that, I get that. But to me, when it comes to holidays, I think I had a firm belief. Now, believe me, I have my own little religion. And my thing is, you don't necessarily have to call it a holiday. You could just, it's what you make it. So you literally can still cook a nice dinner. What's the difference with Sunday dinners and, what I'm saying, romantic dinners? What's the difference? Is you can still do that. Maybe you could do it a day before, maybe you could do it a day after, and just have a good family function and don't put the name to it. That's at least how I felt, but hey. So I don't have too many Thanksgiving experiences as a kid, but I will say there was a few that was just classic. And I do thank my mom's boyfriend at the time for introducing the ways of family. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the holiday, the namesake of it. It's about the natures of family, closeness, sharing stories, having fun, talking trash at the football games. That's what it's about. Good old wholesomeness. And let's see, I'm trying to think. One of the very few Thanksgiving memories I have was so I'm gonna skip ahead because this one actually came later in life. But there was a time where it was my mom, her ex-boyfriend, and his mother. We decided, I say we, like I had to say, they decided to do an impromptu Thanksgiving. This wasn't even planned. It was just an impromptu dinner. Somehow, I can't remember why or how, but we all was together at my mom's boyfriend's house. And it was the day before Thanksgiving, late in the day. It was like at 5 p.m. or 6. Where back then, a lot of stores closed super early on the eve of the holidays, which they kind of do now, but back then I think they closed like at noon or something, if I remember that correctly, and now they stay open till about 2 or something, or 3. So they just thought like, hey, let's do Thanksgiving dinner. We wasn't prepared, didn't have nothing. We were just chilling in the apartment, or no, his house. I'm sorry, chilling in his house. Just, he was like, hey, let's cook Thanksgiving dinner. And my mom was like, what? If you're doing a Thanksgiving spread, there's some pregame involved. And his place wasn't ready, didn't have no paper plates, just nothing. So right out of the park, they came together, scrummed up them little pennies, and literally got everything they could. But there was still some stuff missing that they needed. You know, rush holiday shopping is hilarious. Shopped a whole bunch of stuff, but didn't get nothing that matched. So got the peanut butter, the jelly, but didn't get the bread. Got you know the seasonings, but didn't get no sugar. It was just so funny. I'm like, damn, and didn't realize this until it was too late. So what had happened was the following morning, everybody had to go rush to whatever store they can find to get everything that was missing. So we had probably like a quarter of everything we needed, but a lot of the seriously, no sugar, no butter. The base stuff we did not have. So feeling with the gas stations, the few gas stations that was open. I cannot remember because we all spread it out, and I can't remember where my mom's boyfriend and them went to, but literally, and we was able to get just about everything. I think we were still missing a couple items. So make it back to the house. They start cooking everything and all that good stuff. Now, mind you, typically, this is like about 5-6 p.m. the day before Thanksgiving. Typically, you know, usually a lot of people that start that first morning of the morning, and then they just have everything prepped, ready to go for the, you know, the following morning and whatnot. But it was didn't even get that far. Didn't get everything finished prepped until probably that following morning, Thanksgiving morning, because everybody was so tired and sleepy and worn down. It was bad. So the morning of Thanksgiving, I think it was probably about 11 a.m. when everything was done, prepped. Everything was ready to go, get put in the oven and things like that. So with the prayer, just about got everything done. And then my mom's boyfriend's mother was like, you know what, I want to make sweet potato pie from scratch. So she hooks it up though. But now the thing was, she had to get a pre-made crust. She didn't make the crust. She got a pre-made one, thank God. Broke the other one. She got 2 of them. Broke the other one. It was all crumbled up. So thank God she had one remaining. And that bad boy it looked like it needed some Band-Aids. It was split and all. Well, we made it work though. So as she's doing the batter for the sweet potatoes, she's got like a 2-prong blender, and she's just, you know, doing her thing. And then that some bitch ends up, she had the she had all of a sudden, all of a sudden you kind of smell something burning, and the thing is making weird sounds. So I'm watching TV, and it's like, what does it smell? Like, you know, and nothing in the oven is burning or anything like that, but it was like electrical smell. And we was like, and then you just hear it's just struggling, and all of a sudden sparks fly, and it just not explodes, but the darn thing just breaks. So literally she had the sweet potato batter just too thick, and it just couldn't, you know, whisk in there very smoothly enough, and just broke the thing. So literally, she went through it trying to find another blender and she just ended up just doing everything by hand. But I will say, them sweet potato pies was fire. Oh, they could not. It was so good. She did work on that. But we ended up putting together a cool Thanksgiving. And to me, that's what made it so live, because came together, worked together, had fun, shared laughs. And I just remember we were just capping on each other, you know, capping on the situation and making fun of it. And it was so fun, guys. And then we had mishmash in tables. And look, we had, because we didn't have a big table. And that was the one thing we didn't think about, was having a big table to put all the food on. My mom's boyfriend's kitchen was not the biggest, so there wasn't much counter space. So we end tables and fold up chairs, and you know, little fold stands was literally used as much as we could get to put everything on. It was so incredibly fun. You had stuff in different heights, bending over to get stuff, reaching over to get stuff. It was classic, but it was so incredibly fun. And that's one of my most fondest Thanksgiving memories ever. It was just so fun and funny and wholesome. You know what I'm saying? It was so cool, and I would do that again any day, because you know, it just puts a smile. Anytime you have a wonderful experience and it puts a smile on your face and it's just so wholesome and it's a family, you just can't beat it. You can't beat it. So, all right, guys, that's one of my fondest Thanksgiving memories. But stay tuned. I got a few more, literally a few more. So, again, guys, happy, wonderful Gobble Gobble, aka Turkey Day.